Good morning. I am here. This is for my personal page this morning. Why? Because I get a lot of questions about my skin and how I manage my skin. And I'm not sure if anybody can indicate to me that this is actually live right now, because I'm not sure. We had a little bit of, oh, hi Jean, are you able to hear me? I'd love you to just let me know if you can hear me. This is the first time I can see it. Oh, okay, Monica's there. This is a little bit better. We tried this once this morning, okay, and it didn't work. So what I wanted to do, people ask me often what I do for my skin. I work out heavily because I have arthritis. Arthritis and eczema are one in the same. They are friendly in terms of autoimmune function, and it's very uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable way to live. I was born with a very strong eczema, atopic eczema, that riddled me my entire life through my teenage years. Anytime there was like a puberty or a life change or anything, it becomes exacerbated. It's a big deal. Stress is a big deal. Food's a big deal. Everything's a big deal. Basically, inflammation from the inside out. I've spent 54 years learning how to manage this condition that I have, and I look at it as, you know, there's people with so much worse that I can manage my skin issues and my allergies. I'm allergic to fragrance. If anybody's been out with me, they know it's like, please don't hug or kiss me, because if you have hairspray on and it touches my skin, I'm good for 3 days of anxiety. So I thought this morning would be a great way for me to show those of you who have been asking how I manage my eczema, which gives me, I have very, like people say, you have nice skin. So I'm going to show you why, because it's, yes, I'm 54 years old and I have 3 little young grandchildren, ages 1, 3, and 2. So we've got 3 kids going on, 3 little boys. And I go to the gym every morning at 8 o'clock, and this is my routine, because I have to manage arthritis in my hands and in my feet and in my hips. So it's, as we age, it becomes, you know, we kind of break down a little bit, so it's okay, we'll be okay. And if we keep moving, that's the idea. And my instincts are, when I do wake up, I am in a lot of pain, and it takes me quite a while to get going, and my instincts are to stay snuggled and don't move, because it actually hurts. Like my hip right now is hurting, so I'm shifting from one side to the other. Sometimes you'll see me sway, and I'm not swaying because I had kids and we always sway. I'm swaying to like alleviate some of the pain that I have. So we are starting a full-fledged gluten-free, dairy-free diet as of today. It's a protocol 1 that Sherry Shaban has created for her group. It's called Heal, and we are going to start that way to see if we can reduce the inflammation. I've been gluten-free, dairy-free for 10 years, a while ago, 10 to 15 years. I did it long before the trend, but I can see that my fingers are getting worse and my feet are getting worse, so I'm going to try this to see if it makes a difference. But today is really about me showing you how I handle my skin routine in the morning. I just got out of the shower. I put on a shirt because I thought the towel would be a little bit too Kardashian for us all this morning. I think that's a bit much. Hey Nora, how are you? Hi Tracy. Tracy, wow, you're on, and that's kind of cool for me. You were one of those girls that actually took my training for a portion of my life, and I loved working out with you. Okay, so first thing in the morning, I will get into, after I go to the gym and then I come home, it's shower time, so I take a little bit of olive oil into the shower. I do make the paste in the kitchen. I take an organic sugar. It's a granulated sugar, and that sugar is imported from Barbados, or it's natural sugar cane. So I buy it at the store, and it's at Tao or at Health Tree, and I get the organic sugar, or I bring it if I happen to be away and I see some. I bring it and I bring it back and I have it. And I'll buy like 3-4 so that I have them for the year. And I only use organic sugar in all my baking, by the way. Like it's you don't need to use like the bleached white sugar. You can just use granulated sugar that looks kind of like goldeny. So that's a little more natural. If we're going to be eating sugar, we know it's not great for us, but whatever. I still eat some. So, because there's gluten-free, dairy-free. She didn't hear anything about sugar. So you take your paste, and I do it in the shower because it's much cleaner. Then I rub this on. My mom taught me this, by the way, guys. So you rub this on, and the sugar is actually the exfoliant. So you're exfoliating. You're seeing me raw this morning, guys. I don't usually wear a lot of makeup, but this is very startling for me because I haven't even done my hair or brushed it. I brushed it, but it's still wet. So here we are. I will rub the sugar into the face. I will rub the sugar on my chest, on my arms, wherever I can get, like, rub the sugar. It takes off all the dead skin, and it's very, oh, hi Sandra Mimran Smith from New York City. I miss you guys. Hi Christina. Hi Linda. Hi Joanne. So I can see that through the glaze of the oil, of the olive oil. So I do this in the morning, and I will then rinse that off. And I'm going to tell you something that my dermatologist told me, because I'm severely allergic to chemicals. So keep that in mind, guys. And we'll try not to dump the oil all over the floor. I buy water that's been bottled, and thank you, Tracy. And I put 2 tablespoons of vinegar in there, and I rinse my face with that every time I wash. I do that because it makes it, I don't know what it does. The dermatologist told me to do that because it's not so harsh for the skin. All the chemicals that we have in our water cause, oh, you do with coffee. Kathy, good idea. Coffee's good. I think it's the granulated part, so I think it would be great. Hi Dennis. Hi Judy. Okay, so that's my morning. I do that in the shower, and yes, my hair is still wet, so you guys got to know I love you, but a lot of you have asked because you suffer with skin allergies as I do. Okay, so I will do the olive oil and sugar in the bath, and I do that 2 or 3 times a week. I don't do it every day. It's not an everyday thing. When I get back from the gym, I do bathe every day. I bathe in a warm water with organic coconut oil. So you take a little bit in your hand and you put it in your bath, and then you can rub the little, there's like a little ball of what's like oil. So I rub the little ball so that it dissipates into the bath. It melts in. So that's kind of great. Hi Justine, good morning to you. I'm Mary. So that's my bath routine. So I take that, so that helps me with my skin. I do put some essential oils in the bath. That's for like the mental aspect of the craziness, but as far as my skin goes, it's very much the organic coconut oil. And I can't put organic coconut oil directly on my skin. That's too oily for someone with eczema. It's rough. It's hard to have that. It's hard to have when there's no oxygen. It seems to me if I put on a cream that's too heavy, too thick, that causes more of an outbreak for the eczema, so that's not great. I have been gifted this year with white eczema. So that's the white patches that you might see on someone as the summer comes out. They're gone now, but they come out when it's tanning season. If I'm out walking the dog, whatever, you end up with this white eczema. So lucky me, that's part of what I have to live with. Now, my makeup routine, I love, yes, Justine, I love the coconut oil. I use it for frying eggs and stuff like that, but I do use it for a lot of I remove makeup with that. Josie Moran, that's my makeup, not my makeup, actually it's my makeup as well, but it's my body butter. My body butter is, it's delicious. This is like, you'd think it was icing, I swear to God. And it's argan oil, Moroccan argan oil, and it's available at Sephora. It is not fully organic, but I did the research. It is clean, which means it's just like a lot of things, just the step before organic, and it works for me. The key for me is that it works, and Sherry Chabran is watching, and she knows that we're starting this clean routine for the next 2 weeks. It's actually 6 weeks, Sherry, and we are going to be going gluten-free, dairy-free with a program that Sherry has designed for us with, the program is called Heal, so get in touch with her if you want to see what that's about. But in addition to the way I will be eating and moving, I do go to the gym specifically to keep fit, yes, but as Sherry well knows, it's a lot about the arthritis and keeping moving, because the more I move, the less pain I have. My instincts are to wake up and stay in bed, but if I get up and go to the gym, my days are better and I have a lot less pain. So Josie Moran, available at Sephora, clean to the point, almost organic. And I use their body butter for my face and my body. Why? Because I did buy the cream for the face specifically. It's too harsh for me. That's how sensitive my skin is. I can use this, but I can't use this. So this is a bit stronger. Most people would be just fine with this, but I cannot have that. It causes anxiety. What are you gonna do? So the Josie Moran body butter is what I use face and body. And let's just check out the deodorant. I use a Coco Terra. That is, you are a badass for showing up. Yes, thank you. I feel sometimes badass, and I feel like I feel very stiff, but we're going to be working on that because Sherry's got me on this protocol, and we're going to see how that goes. So Coco Terra is my deodorant along with Chanel. I use Chanel. I've been using this for about 20 years anyway. It is not, it used to be available in Montreal at the Bay and at Uniprix on St. Charles, but right now it is not. It hasn't been for years. Somebody who goes to Europe will pick these up for me. I get one, it takes one per year. It's more expensive than a deodorant, clearly. This is about $70 but it does last me a year, year and a half. Like, it's really not a lot. One spritz per pit, you're out. Don't overspray. Those of us out there that feel the way we do and have extreme allergies really have a hard time when people put a lot of spray and a lot of hairspray. That's really rough for me. If I'm in parties are hard for me. Ironically, what I do, it's rough for me. My skin has become exacerbated in the last few years that I've been blogging, because there's always a lot of chemicals in the air. There's a lot of perfumes in the air, and it makes it hard for me. So it's hard for a lot of people. I know they get hi Sharon, hi Tammy, hi Linda, hi Carol, hi Jacques. So that's my story with my deodorant. Those two are natural. What else did I want to tell you this morning? I got my water. So I do the whole scrub after I've done my Sherry Shaban workout in the morning, and it's an important part of my routine. It is not, yes, motion is lotion, as far as that's what Justine is saying. Yes, and I agree, because if I move, I'm much better off. Like, we're working on I work at it from an osteo perspective with Sherry as well. She handles my osteopathy, and she fixes the hips and then but right now I find I've got a lot of arthritis in my fingers and my toes, and I'm going to be working on that through the diet with, like I said, with Sherry. Hi John, hi Pete, hi Tim. It's really kind of cool to see you guys on my personal page. I've never done this on my personal page. I'm not used to that kind of thing. I could show you my sugar. This is the cane sugar that I use from Barbados. It doesn't have to be from Barbados, but it does have to be all natural. Most of the things I try and grab are all natural, food-based, or things like that. So my beauty routine reflects a more natural approach, because the chemicals are rough on me. I see you, Sharon. When can I get you the bronzer? You can get me the bronzer whenever we figure ourselves out. I use a foundation currently. Josie Moran also has a foundation when I'm not as, feeling as great and the dark circles come out. I do use Josie Moran's cover up and foundation. So that's what I use, 2 different colors. And Sharon's been wanting to get me this bronzer for a while. We haven't hooked up, but I know they have that at Salon Vibe, and they're pretty good with that. So anything else that I have to tell you? How do we join that site? Which site? Jessica, I don't know what site you mean. My site is the West Island blog, but I don't think that's what you're referring to. This is my personal page, and I'm just trying to reach out to those who have asked me, and like a lot of people ask me how I handle my eczema, which is catastrophic if it's not well managed. I veer away from cortisone. I don't do a lot of cortisone because it thins your skin over time. I stopped wisely, without knowing, in my 20s. I stopped using cortisone completely, because it just, and I did watch a girlfriend who actually used the cortisone, and she actually has thin skin. She can walk into a coffee table and be bleeding for like 3 hours and have to go to the hospital. So I'm kind of glad I didn't really do that as a young woman. But I do use ATopic when things go bad. I have this from the doctor, and that's when things get really bad. Some of you have seen me in that condition. I know Heather Holmes has. I know we've been out and the rash. So that's when I get a little skittish. I don't let you hug me, because daily, I'm reading here, for the gluten-free, dairy-free protocol program, you have to see Sherry Shaban for the exact details of that. She is in charge of my well-being in terms of this particular regimen. We will be following that, and I could be following. I'm going to ask her permission if I can go online with this and show you how it's done. And I've been doing Justine, the natural, has been an absolute gift for me for the last 10 or 15 years. Long before gluten-free, dairy-free was a trend, I was very much, I had no choice. They took that out of my routine a long time ago. So I have as few chemicals as possible. The products inside the house are Melaleuca. I don't know if you guys know about that, but I will get that for you. I wasn't planning on showing you that, but I use Melaleuca products throughout the house, because they're good for the environment and they're good for us. They are clean, they are not organic, they are eco-sensed, but they're clean. So that's very helpful. I'm live, sweetie. Do you want to talk to the people on live? Dan's home with Tank. Tank's home with Tank. So, okay. Hi, Magna. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Justine. So this is what I use in the house. We clean the house with this because chemicals are a big deal for me, and it's a problem. So I have to deal with that in the various ways that I can. So that's what I do. If you have any questions, let me know. You can follow me through this exciting experience of going gluten-free, dairy-free for the next 6 weeks. Sherry will be able to give you those details so you can reach out to her. But I'm going downstairs to make salads now and prepare for my week. Hi, Dan. Somebody's Pete saying hi to Dan. Poor Dan. He doesn't even know we're live. He was watching Tank. So that's it. Have a great Sunday, everyone, and we will see you soon. And stay tuned. I will keep you abreast on my gluten-free, dairy-free journey. And start this protocol for yourself. It's inexpensive. What I do, my routine is pretty inexpensive because it's basically at the grocery store. You can get it all at Adonis. And that's it. So have a good one, guys. Have a great day.